So what's wrong with BAILU? That's a pretty hard question, a pretty easy question to answer, a very hard one to ask, but it's pretty easy to answer actually. If we go to here to see how her kit is built, BAILU really had a lot of losing for her. The moment that more abundance characters begin releasing in Honkai Star Rail. First of all, her best icon, if you don't have the one for her, post up is the best one that you can give her, which increases energy regeneration by 10 and the outgoing healing of the ultimate by 15%. We know that BAILU, her ultimate is to heal our characters, which this makes a very good light con to have, but things start falling apart on the traces because you realize that the problem that BAILU has is that she doesn't have enough going on for her. So if we begin here, invigoration can trigger one more time. We're gonna see what that does in a minute. After the technique is used at the start of the battle, all allies are granted invigoration for 2 turns, okay? When BAILU heals a targeted ally above the normal max HP, the target max HP increases by 10%. So, so good so far, it's only healing. Okay, her ultimate heals all allies by 12%, BAILU's max HP plus 299. For those who invigorate, extend the duration of the invigoration by 1 turn and last 2 turns. So this one is gonna be healing, and also is gonna play the invigoration to the allies that do not have it. This is attack, it's okay. Heals a single ally for 10% of BAILU's max HP. BAILU then heals random allies 2 times. After each healing, HP restored for the next healing is reduced by 50%. Okay, so bit of a downside here. We are getting our HP healing reduced, and we are only getting 2 of our characters randomly healed in the team. So that's a bit of a problem. If we jump to the talent, after an adequate invigoration is hit, restore the talent's HP for 5% plus 127. Now, this effect can trigger 2 times. When an ally receives a killing blow, they will not be knocked down. BAILU immediately heals the ally for 60.8% of BAILU's max HP. This effect can be triggered 1 time per battle. The thing is, when we started, when Honkai Star Rail released, BAILU was pretty good because of this effect. The fact that a character could be revived the exact moment that it falls, and it also healed its HP by a certain amount, it was very good. But sadly, and characters with invigoration receive 10% less damage. What's the problem with BAILU? The problem with BAILU is that she only heals. Let me give you an example. For example, let's jump to see, for example, lynx right here. Now, lynx is a pretty good example of how a 4-star unit can be much better than BAILU. So we have here increase the chance to resist crowd control. BAILU doesn't have that. After lynx uses her technique, all allies are granted her talent continuous healing. So BAILU only heals 1 time. This time, lynx gives us healing for a vast amount of turns. So that's actually pretty good. And she also regenerates energy by 2 points. So she also has a little bit of battery installed on her, so she can restore some of the energy that she spends. Dispels 1 debuff from all allies and immediately restores the expected HP by an amount of 9%. We have healing, we have energy restorations, we have dispel 1 debuff. So far so good. Now, apply survival response to a target ally that increases their max HP by 5%. Okay? If the target ally is a character on the path of destruction or preservation, the chance of them being attacked by enemies will greatly increase. Example, let's say that you have Clara, okay? And you want her to be attacked way more than the other allies. Simple, use your skill from Lynx on Clara and you're gonna have double the chance of enemies attacking her, which is gonna result in Clara receiving more damage and activating her talents of counter attack and that. We have 4 things that Lynx has, okay? BAILU has healing, and has revive. Lynx has crowd control, has continuous healing, has healing, has energy restoration, has a little gimmick here that allows us any destruction or preservation to being attacked. Okay? We have five. We have five things right now so far. And the dispel. Six. I don't know if we counted it. Not five. Well, five, six things that we have. Four more than BAILU. Now, here. When using Link's skill or ultimate, it applies continuous healing for 2 turns. Perfect. The continuous healing additionally restores HP by an amount of 3% of Link's max HP. Okay, it's healing. It's what she's going to do. And extend the duration of the continuous healing granted by talent for 1 turn. So far, you start seeing the problem with BAILU. The problem with BAILU is she doesn't have a lot going on for her. It really is much better to train Lynx to be your main healer than to train BAILU. Now, the thing is, BAILU could actually be good, but you need to spend on her, and I'm gonna show you why. In the Eidolons right here, Eidolon 1, if the attack and the current HP is equal to their max HP when Invigoration ends, regenerates 8 extra energy for this target. She can be a battery, but it's blocked on her E1. So, E2. BAILU's outgoing healing increases by an additional 50%. Okay? Not a lot of, not so important. Evil Excision. Every healing provided by the skill makes the recipients deal 10% more damage for 2 turns. So, BAILU now has another thing, which is making or adding more damage to your team. And finally, E6. BAILU can heal allies who receive a killing blow 1 more time in a single battle. So this is it. BAILU actually is, it's not good, it's niche. Probably you're gonna see a lot of her gameplay in the expansion of the cinematic universe when the enemies are pretty more tough and you're probably gonna die. But here is the kicker. The thing about Honkai Star Rail is that you want a team that doesn't get to be killed, one of your characters. You want your team to be able to survive until the very end, including Mach, including Simulated Universe, and any type of event or thing going on in the game. You don't want any of your units falling down. And BAILU saves you from that, but her skill shouldn't happen. Actually, if you are a pro player, or you are more advanced in the game, the thing is that none of your characters should die. So that additional thing that BAILU has becomes useless, because the thing is that you're always gonna be thinking of ways that your character doesn't die. And that extracts BAILU from all the equation, all the meta building that has the game. If you could maybe revive a character 2 times, it would be a totally different story. BAILU will be super good, but only on hard content. But she only does it 1 time, and she doesn't have a lot of good stats going on for her. Such in the case as Lynx. So that's the problem. That's the problem with BAILU. How did Hoyoverse manage to give her such a bad time, and is now considered one of the worst 5-star characters? Because all she does in her base form is healing, and it's okay that she does that, but as a 5-star character she should do more than that. Sadly, it doesn't feel that way. It's really not showing that. So maybe you could invest in her, maybe you could have faith in her, so that you can use her in your teams. If you don't have another abundance team, BAILU is better than nothing, actually. There are much better characters to use than BAILU. But at the end of the day, it's a unit that if you have her, and if you don't have anyone else, it's gonna help you a lot. It's gonna be a great addition to your team, but as long as you keep progressing in the game, you keep pulling, and more characters begin their introduction in the game, BAILU is gonna be more and more far behind until no one wants to use her as of the moment. But that's the answer, that's the question as to what's wrong with BAILU. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. It helped me a lot in creating more amazing content. I'm gonna leave you with 2 videos at the end. I really hope you enjoy them, and I'll see you in the next video. My name is Jules. Take care. Until the next time.